Hello, I thought I would do a quick Cosmo video, cause I'm currently letting him run around and have a good time. So, here I'll switch so you can see him real quick. There's the man, the myth, the legend. That is a paper towel roll that I stuffed with alfalfa pellets and hay and all that good stuff so that he could entertain himself with that and not destroy other things in the house, cause he does tend to get a little bit bored, and he gets a bit chewy when he's bored. But this is the space that we use for his free ranging, and also for the cats. Right out there is leads to our backyard chicken area. These are all of our muck boots or chicken shoes. Then he's got his outside of the cage litter box. Oh. And then this is the cat post. He occasionally runs under it, but he doesn't get on there too much. But that's so the cats have a safe space to watch where they can't be bothered by Cosmo. Then we've got our shop vac that I used to clean up after him. The cord's all focused on the top so he can't reach it. Then just a little mat. This is where if I'm going to give him... Oh, don't mind my feet, by the way. But if I'm going to give him fruits and veggies and stuff that's a bit messier, then I give it to him on this. Then my broom for cleaning his cage. That's a little toy that I use to give him treats in sometimes. That's my trash that I use for cleaning out his cage. I just emptied it. I need to put a new bag in it. And then I keep, animal messes back here. And I put a blanket back here so that he could come back here, too, without getting on the tile. Because he likes to come back here. And that is a container full of roses. And he likes to sit in there and eat rose leaves. And then a cat scratcher, which he also uses. A danger zone, but all the cords are in a big box. Just storage. Christmas stockings, because it's the holidays. And then this is the stool we used so that he can hop in and out of his cage without getting as injured. So, it's literally just an old cat scratcher that was overly used on top of this thing. And it makes it so that when he jumps in and out of his cage, he doesn't run into this bar. Which is something I was a bit worried about before. In his cage, he's got 2 litter boxes. We're going to be upgrading his cage once he gets put with his new friend, but for now this is what he's got. I've got this on top so I can give him a little bit more privacy. This is his favorite spot. It's just his bed. And there's some padding and soft stuff, and then his food and water dishes over there. And then we've got the man himself. And this floor is really old and already kind of not the best carpet, so it's perfect because it's easy to clean and all that. And I like to spread out this blanket for him so he can hang out on it because it's a little bit softer. And he doesn't usually go up to the rest of the house unless he's really bored. But yeah, Cosmo, how you feeling? How you feeling, bud? Did you have fun with your toy? Yeah, did you have fun? Oh my goodness. Oh, you too excited right now for pets? No, you're good? Okay, sweet. Sometimes he wants pets and other times he's just nah, bro. It's playtime. But he's pretty good right now. Anyways, the real goal of tonight is to do some trick training. Because Cosmo does not currently have a friend. I am his only friend in the world. And he gets bored out of his mind. Do you get bored, Cosmo? Do you get bored? Yeah, do you get bored? Yeah. Yeah, is all you want to do hang out? Well, guess what? We're going to be doing some trick training. Yeah, to stimulate your mind and keep you engaged. Look, bud. Around? Good boy. So I'm just doing clicker training, but without a clicker. I just use my voice. Yeah, do you like it? Around? Good boy. Here, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. There we go. Just so that you can see easier in the close proximity. Maybe next time I do this, I'll get a camera stand for it. But around? Good boy. That's the only trick he knows right now, because we just started doing this a little bit ago. But it's really awesome. Oh, good boy. Did it on your own. And it's nothing crazy, it's not for any really big purpose. He doesn't need to do tricks, but, just to help him be a little bit more interested in life. Around? Around. I wanted to give him something enriching to do, and tricks, they take up some energy, they take up some mental space, and it gives him a way to earn his unhealthy snacks. Because he does have a sweet tooth. Around. Good boy. Good boy, Cosmo. You're missing it. It's right under you. It's under you, bud. There you go. So yeah, I mean, trick training isn't really that hard. Depending on the trick you're trying to do, I'd start easy. Around is really easy. Around. Because all it is basically when you're starting to train it, you just take the treat that they're really excited about, like, I don't know, banana pieces, alfalfa, hay or something. Something they really like. Carrots work well for this. Around. And then you'll just make them follow it. And eventually you can simplify the motion once they kind of get the idea. Around. Like that, you know, where I just kind of swoosh my hand. And then they get the idea that that swoosh, or even my voice, is what around means. And then I just make the clicky sound when they do what I want. And I associate that with yes or good, and they get a treat for it. And it makes it easier for me to be able to do the tricks without giving them the treat immediately, because the click sound means they did it right, rather than the treat meaning they did it right. Cosmo. Cosmo. Around. Around. We'll count that. I think one other thing to keep in mind is if you're not doing it for like a really important purpose, like with dogs, you know, there's some really important tricks. For the rabbit, there aren't very many tricks that he needs to know besides like get back in his cage and stuff. So I kind of work with him, and I do what he, right there, bud, what he wants, kind of. I do a mix. I do what he seems like he wants to do. Cosmo, follow his natural inclinations. Oh my goodness, you're so silly. Carrots over here. Around. Around. Good boy. That's one thing that my cats always had a tough time with, is if I trained around in one direction, they had a hard time, like, considering it to be the same trick to go in the other direction. So, around. Around. Good boy. But combo moves like that, you know, they're kind of cool. Yeah, we don't mind being able to train y'all to do combo moves, do we? Around. Around. Good boy. Yeah, you did so good, Cosmo. Do you want to try doing up now, or should we stick with the combo since that's new? One thing you have to do is be patient, because around, around, around. Good boy. You know, because it's a lot for them to process just this one new trick. You know, it seems small to us, but for them it's a big new concept, so, you know, it's good to go slow and steady. Let them work through it at their own pace. Around. Around. Good boy. You're so good, Cosmo. You're such a good little man. Yeah. You're such a brave little boss. And you can see now that he's kind of hopping away that he might be a little bit more satisfied and happy with what he just did. But I just gave him something that at least entertained him for a few minutes, kept him out of trouble, and used up some of his mental energy. Which is the goal. And now, he's just a little bit happier, I think. A little bit happier. Yeah, Cosmo, a little bit happier. But yeah, if you've ever thought of doing trick training with your rabbits, or honestly any other animal that's like somewhat intelligent and hangs out with you, I think it's a great thing to do. It really helps them to be able to just feel connected to you. It's great for bonding and engagement. And it's really, like, the main concept to keep in mind is if-then. So it's like, if I do this, then this happens. For Cosmo, it's if Brooks is around as the cue and I spin, then I get a treat. And that's pretty cool. Yeah, we like treats, don't we, Cosmo? We like treats. And, you know, that connection, and also the if Brooke makes the click sound, then I get a treat. That's another association. Yeah, but that's an association that you make. Yeah. And they're smart enough to make it. They make those kind of associations in the wild all the time. Like, if I see a giant dog or smell a giant dog, that means danger. Or if I smell this smell, it means that there are carrots nearby and I can eat them. You know, so you're just kind of tapping into that natural if-then process in the brain. And using it to make them problem solve and come up with, like, new solutions. Because if you try to train a new trick, they're going to be like, wait, what does she want from me? I know that what she's doing right now is training, but I don't know she's trying to train. And then they can kind of work through it and figure it out, and it's just a cool new puzzle. He's currently probably going after his roses, but that's enough of Cosmo for now, I think. I've got a little cat to keep from getting into trouble, because he's going after food. Tatum is naughty. I've also got to keep an eye on him now that he's in the room, because he's not... Oh, yep, okay. Tatum, just because somebody left their food there does not mean you can go eating it. The joy of living in a multi-pet household. Anyways, I've got to keep a closer eye on them now that they're in the same room. Because Tatum isn't, like, super dangerous, but he's a very playful cat. He's still pretty young. So if he got really excited, he could definitely cause some damage to Cosmo, even though he's generally a sweet cat. So I'm going to go ahead and keep an eye on them, and I will talk to y'all later.